This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me that hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub.
We're in the building.
Right.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, no gimmicks Nick Johnston, Double D Dykstra.
What's going on, people?
We're ready to roll. We're going to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is Bad Karma Wrestling. We're live from Illinois Media School. Ready to talk some wrestling.
Wrestling.
We had the Royal Rumble from this past weekend. We'll sprinkle in some AEW because you got a couple of feuds brewing up. And, of course, Scotty's World today. That's going to be our rundown for the day.
Scotty's
But honestly, I mean, it's anything, it's everything from the Royal Rumble in this first half. Questions, comments, concerns from top to bottom.
I mean, first and foremost, boys, how was the food for your Royal Rumble party?
Fantastic.
How was that pizza? Did you like the pizza?
Pizza was good. I am addicted to buffalo chicken dip. Can't get enough of that. I almost took a bath in it almost. It was fantastic.
I still got some left over for the Super Bowl this weekend.
There we go.
So.
There we go. There you go. Stuck that in the fridge. Thank you for the cake, by the way. That was a little nice.
By the way, Johnston had a birthday last week and told nobody.
Yeah, I like to keep it that way. If you find out on Facebook, there you go. You can find out that way, but I'm not really one to be like, hey, look at me, besides on the show.
Look at me.
I always despise the girls and the gals at my high school that came in on their birthdays with a sash that said happy birthday. Like, bro, are you kidding?
The Woo Girls.
Yeah, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So I always despise that. I never liked the whole look at me just because I was born on this day. Like, you didn't do anything. You were just popped out.
I got told February 1st that it was Monica's birthday month.
Okay.
No, it gets worse. So Monica's birthday is the 13th. Raylan's birthday is the 10th.
Okay.
And Dominic's is the 18th.
Oh my goodness. That's brutal.
I gotta pick them where I got them. Jesus.
Jeez. Well, you can maybe get him a Yeet T-shirt, or maybe
there you go. Nice transition, sir.
something like that, or maybe like the
Good transition.
new Alexa Bliss doll. I thought that was really good too.
Like
Either way,
I like the new doll.
new tons of merch, but because there's only tons of merch because of the Royal Rumble that went down this past Saturday at the Lucas Oil. Thank you, Lucas Oil Stadium. Frankie, our boy Frankie, was there in person.
Yeah, where was the sign, Frankie?
Where was the sign?
I told him there was a pre-show and a post-show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, it did look like it was pretty tough. Yeah. Yeah. So we had Frankie Boots on the ground in there telling us what was going on. From overall, it seemed like a good atmosphere, great atmosphere, a lot of good people. Was there any how far away from you from the ring? Did you need binoculars? All right, that's fine. As long as you're not in the class action lawsuit against the Pyro. That's heard some people with that one. But overall, I enjoyed the Rumble. Enjoyed watching it where we were. That was absolutely fantastic. So thank you for hosting. Thank you, Monica, for also hosting as well. Yeah, I mean, just like I said, we can just go from the bottom, from the top to the bottom. So we can start with the Women's Royal Rumble, work into the Men's Rumble, have the two matches in between. Biggest takeaways, that's really what I want to start off. So what is your biggest takeaway from the Royal Rumble in general, from both either one? Where do you want to start?
LA Knight's about to get buried.
Oh, okay. All right. So hopping into the McIntyre controversy, I suppose, which I've heard has cooled down. I haven't heard a lot of heat around LA Knight lately. I know it can linger. Some people say this, some people say that. I only heard it from one source on YouTube, of course. But I've heard it kind of died down. But overall, again, the news was McIntyre was upset that a guy getting some extra moves in that ring and led to him kind of being unsanctimoniously just getting dumped. But
it threw off the timing of what should have been a momentous elimination, leading to a feud between Priest and McIntyre.
Which I'm not really a fan of. I mean,
I actually am.
I love the visual. These two are gonna meet face to face. They're legitimately two giant 6'6" guys that are but You worked with McIntyre, been building up this. He's knocking everyone down in the bloodline to get to Roman. We're gonna kind of put a pin in that to go to Damian Priest, who he's been a face. He's kind of been trying to do his own thing.
I think it's leading to maybe I don't know if it's a WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
But it sounds like they've already got the WrestleMania match set for Roman.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
It probably will be a Mania match. I think something may happen, maybe at Elimination Chamber, possibly.
Okay.
To move it along even more.
Okay.
So we'll see. Or tonight on SmackDown, because Damian Priest is on SmackDown, so it's a possibility that Drew loves to show up on shows that he's not supposed to show up on. So
that's true.
So does Kevin, obviously, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, might as well just stick in the men's rumble then.
Yeah, let's stick with the.
Okay.
Underwhelming.
Really?
Underwhelming.
Okay.
For me. Okay. You had opportunities. We were sitting there going, wasted entrant.
Yeah, the ice show speed.
That was not
the spot was fun. We already knew it was in my mind when we were sitting there. We were like, oh, again, wasted spot was probably came out of my mouth too. But then I was just like, it was already for Tozawa. It was going to be a comedy spot anyways.
Yeah.
So might as well, have the the viral spot that was Ice Show Speed getting annihilated by Braun Breaker, which I love. All just the internet that aren't wrestling fans are just like he really charged up to, to hit him as hard.
Logan, did you hear what Logan Paul said?
No.
He goes, I tried to teach Speed how to take that spear, and it just did not happen.
No. He looked like he legit got the wind knocked out of him. He tossed him. I did appreciate that, coming off, on his socials, he posted him with crutches, a neck brace, all bandaged up from ribs to toes. So it was pretty funny. That was fine in that sense. I do get the argument of wasted, but honestly, it kind of balances out right there.
For me, you had the. I thought the start of it was solid.
Yes.
But was
Penta,
also
Penta 1,000% touched the
I've watched that back a million times and cannot get it to stop at that point. It did look like both feet touched, but it happened so fast that you're not sure. Penta is over. And anybody who doesn't think Penta's over, Roman Reigns and Penta worked together in the Royal Rumble. That should tell you everything you need to know on whether or not Penta's over or not in the WWE.
I've seen that, and then, kind of brewing from something else. If you saw on Raw the following after, Ludwig Kaiser, Penta have a solid match afterward. But some people are kind of on the side that are kind of speculating, like maybe Ludwig Kaiser.
Ludwig Kaiser right now.
He might be doing it to himself because he got, they hurt his arm in the match. Not legitimately, but they did a work on his arm. He basically no-sold
it. Completely no-sold it.
Comes back into the ring after Pete Dunne makes his little appearance at the top of the Titantron, but then goes back to hitting Penta with the hurt arm. No, like I said, completely no souls. The I guess he has like a pack. Is it a package? No, it's not a package pile driver. What's Penta's? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Lucha
yeah, exactly.
Underground.
Yeah, and Michael Cole's like putting this move over as the most devastating arm breaker of all time, and here he comes back with a boo boo. So yeah.
He would break people's arms.
Yeah. So
and
some
put
people
them put them on the shelf for a while.
Okay. There we go.
So
that makes sense.
it was a horrible no-sell by
Ludwig. And not very often do I agree with Russo, but Russo was kind of making that point. He's like, you think Ludwig Kaiser just somehow forgot how to sell? Like, no, he was trying to say something. He was trying to get that point out where, hey, I've been here. I've been putting these guys over for 2 years. Where's my push? You get a shiny brand new toy in Penta, and you just all of a sudden forget about me? I'm not trying to make the argument for Ludwig. I think Penta is much more over and the better start a push, but I can see where he's coming from.
The mistake Imperium in general and Creative made was getting rid of Gino.
Yeah, that was a brutal one. Tough one.
Imperium as a tag team, I would have put them top 5 in WWE, whether it was NXT or WWE. Top 5 tag teams out there. And for those two not to be together anymore because, and I think this is what it is, Ludwig wanted his single run.
And it just hasn't panned out.
Bad mistake, man. You're the whipping boy for Gunther.
That is true.
And that's all they're using you for.
It's kind of shaping up how, Malachi Black, hot girlfriend, but not upset with your own storyline. Does he also make the jump to AEW? Highly doubt it, but that's just
I don't know if Ludwig would work it. He might work in AEW. He's a European wrestler.
Yeah.
So it could.
I think overall I think he has a pretty solid build to it. But we're getting off track. That was just kind of the sidebar there. Still within the men's rumble. You said underwhelming. We also got to this point where we said, the names stacked up to all could be. There was no NXT talent. They didn't need to rely on that.
Yeah, I wanted Trick. That was the only NXT I would have been cool with, Trick or Oba.
And I'm crossed between, I think the roster might be just, yes, the roster's that stacked that you didn't need NXT talent, but finally, for like the first time ever, everyone's healthy. Everyone's actually healthy and together.
The big stars. I'll say this. At one point, there had to have been close to 50 world titles in that ring all at the same time.
Well, just between Rollins and Roman. That's like 20. Cena's got another 20 himself. Punk has another 10.
It was crazy to think about. Just those 4 guys being in the ring together, and then you add Rey Mysterio. And you're like, there's another 2 or 3 right there. It was crazy. And yes, the star power was out.
The star power was out. It also made for a couple people, flying under the radar. Like Andrade was in there. Didn't feel like he had a dominant appearance.
By the way, did not know that they had gotten divorced.
Yeah, that popped out of nowhere too. Like it was like 3 months ago, apparently.
Yeah.
It happened in October, but they
That's so weird. I'm just gonna.
They're saying she's got a lot of her dad in her.
Oh Jesus! I'm just gonna bring this up because I know I watched your face when it happened. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. I know you were so underwhelmed.
Yeah, he had a good showing. Didn't do a ton, but I also brought it back to doesn't need to do a ton, and you don't want him to be out there forever because you don't want him to get hurt. He's the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, so I don't think he got buried in any sort of way. I think he had a nice showing.
I loved the interaction between him and Sheamus.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
That was great. Yeah,
fantastic.
So when they did a breakdown of Penta was in the Rumble for 50 minutes, so-and-so, and these two together were in there for a combined however, and then Joe Hendry quote retweets it with Sheamus watching me for 30 seconds.
I will say this, and this is just me. You know who I wanted to have eliminate Joe Hendry?
Sure, go ahead.
Drew.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Scottish on Scottish crime.
Yeah.
Scotty would have lost his mind.
And groundskeeper Willie, apparently.
I was so upset when they didn't put those 2 in the ring.
That could honestly.
Bros, I wanted the Scottish Bros.
That could be a fun little tag team. And if the heat did boil over and Drew McIntyre was so upset that he appears in TNA, he's like, oh, it's that Drew McIntyre? No, I am Drew Galloway again.
But once again, we're talking about all this mega. Yes.
Well, that's also the thing. You have TNA being a part of it in general, in total.
Well, yeah, and just Joe Hendry. That's it.
Yeah.
I will say this. The star power was out for WWE in that men's Royal Rumble. There was rumors that, Big E was coming back. I think everybody needs to squash that at this point. I think Big E's happy doing what he's doing, and it isn't interested in coming back and may not be able to come back. Randy Orton was supposedly
did not
might
see Randy.
Be one of the AJ coming back though.
AJ was a great comeback. The only men's comeback.
AJ looked good.
Yes. Coming back with the old theme, Def Rebel being a big, everyone hating on him from top to bottom for his. I mean, I agree with that too. Before we even got on the internet, post the women's rumble, I was saying that sitting there in the room, I'm just like, I don't know, I can't tell who anybody is. Like, I don't recognize any theme. Like, there's no distinguishable theme across the board. So that was a really big thing. It caught traction online, so that was really good. Go ahead.
Listen, we have to talk about one of the best spots in the whole Rumble, the double curb stomp.
Yes.
From Seth.
Yes.
To Roman. Good
yeah.
God.
So that let's even go back just a little bit. Let's go to the Cena, Rollins, Roman, and then who's the fourth in that? That was kind of like the stand-up. And Punk?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're all in that little Texas-Mexican showdown, standoff, and they finally go at it. That led to that, building it up, and then finally Punk eliminates Rollins and Roman, does a little hullabaloo, how you do by the ropes. Logan then dumps him. Logan might be my new favorite wrestler. Just kidding.
By the way, I was like, if this leads to a Logan Paul CM Punk WrestleMania, I'm done.
Yeah.
Done.
I think Punk would be too.
Yeah. You want me to wrestle who?
Yeah. He'll get blown up in 5 minutes, and Logan Paul will just be dancing around him for the next 20. So I think that could lead to a triple threat, or just
that's
lead
what
to a
it's sounding.
CM Punk Roman.
That's what it's sounding like is Punk, Roman, and Rollins triple threat at Mania.
And like you said, devastating.
I love that. The pop.
Wow. Okay. Indulge. Go ahead.
So you have, obviously, all three of those guys have stories with each other.
Yes.
And you're going to ruin them all separately to put them in a match when they haven't even fully thought out any of the three.
Okay. All right.
Other than Seth and Roman, because they've had their whole past, but other than that, they've
5 minutes.
I know. It's 5 minutes, and it's also probably a Reddit post that pointed that out to him.
5 minutes. Scotty's been watching. I love this angle. Love it. Because, one, does he cash in the favor?
Yeah.
2, do Roman and Seth come back together to take out Punk? There are so many different storylines that you can go with this triple threat that I find it very intriguing to me.
Wow. While it might be more satisfactory if they did do a one-on-one to finish one of these storylines between the two of them, I think it also doesn't hurt to get all three mixed in, and they can also just let's throw some ideas against the wall, let's see what sticks, and then let's put all three of these talents together and let's have a good match.
Let me just say this.
Okay.
I'll be very honest when I say this. I don't care. Those three together is gold.
Yeah.
It's going to be. And let us not let people forget. What does WWE do really well? Triple threat matches.
That's true.
They've been killing triple threat matches for the last 2 years. This is going to be something special.
Yeah. Whoever's in that triple threat producer role, that's pretty solid.
Bobby Roode. Let it be Bobby Roode.
It could be. It could definitely be. I think, was AJ the only men's return?
I believe so, yeah.
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 Again, we went down the line. Randy could have been there. Almost could have been there. That would have been great. And because he just relinquished his the titles
I was
in
shocked
Japan.
that McAfee didn't get involved in the Rumble. Yeah. With being in Indiana and everything, it would have been cool.
Yeah, but again, has much, stacked lineup, made for a couple people flying under the card. But my true MVP...
Go ahead.
Jacob Fatu.
Oh.
He had dumped out by Braun Strowman. Not the best elimination, but it makes sense because they just had the match on Saturday. But he looked amazing. From time, it's happened. You sit here and say it again, but we've seen him prove time and time again that you just give it to him. Give everything to Jacob Fatu.
Right.
It's as clear as day that Solo was not the real, tribal chief,
and that's why they kept him away from Roman Reigns.
Yeah, they finally had that interaction.
I will say this: with Was impressed with Cena.
Yeah. And we haven't even really got to like the final four, the winner at all. We've just
Yeah.
been talking all the stuff in between. Go ahead, Scotty. Yeah, that's kind of what I was maybe thinking too, because I feel like out of nowhere,
Busted nose.
Yeah, Braun kind of came out of nowhere at the Saturday Night Main Event, and then
It's all right.
Yeah, so
I'm okay with
That's
it.
fine.
If it's setting up something for like Elimination Chamber or.
yeah,
I'd even be okay for it to be a mid card match at Mania where it's like a Samoan street fight
you can
where
see something
anything
like that.
goes.
Yeah.
And you really see Jacob just go nuts.
Yeah, and they're just throwing trash cans at each other. He does a moonsault off a car.
I need someone to get hit in the face with a chair again.
Ooh, yeah.
One of
Miss
the
those days.
cushy announcer chairs.
Yeah.
Like Roman did that one time. It was amazing.
Oh, Don Callis had a good one on Taz on his chair. I'm going to make a note on that.
By the way, real quick, and I think maybe after we're done talking about who won and what we think of that and everything, we should probably take a break and then come back and talk about the rest of the Rumble. But I don't know who's given the announcers the okay, but they are absolutely burying Corey Graves
Oh, yeah.
any chance they get.
A little bit here, a little bit there. That's true. So yeah, let's get to the final four, final three. Logan dumps out Punk. We got Logan, Jey Uso, and John Cena in the ring.
And at that point, all of Indiana's buttholes puckered at the thought of Logan Paul winning the Royal
yes, they did. Because he came out at number 30. We're sitting there like, oh, great, this is going to be that, and the other. So, I mean, yeah, we're kind of sitting there again, inevitable. Like, all right, fine, John Cena, here we go. John Cena's going to get his run. I think John eliminates Logan?
So, yeah, John has him up in the attitude adjustment. Jay super kicks him in the head. Logan falls back to the ropes. John hits the ropes, goes over, clotheslines him. He goes over the top rope.
Okay, gotcha. So now we got our final two, Jay and John. Obviously, that leads to the apron spot. Logan
Unbelievable tension builder.
Yes, very much.
Very well done.
Yes, and I gotta tip the cap to obviously Jay getting the big pop and getting what he received, but John Cena going back in there, putting him over, doing the hand raise. That was all pretty good too. So overall, I mean, the question I'll throw it to everybody. Everyone else has been saying it. Did Jey Uso deserve this win? Did Jey Uso deserve, with all those names that we went through? Penta, Rey Mysterio, John Cena. Everybody else.
Who's the most over baby face in the company? Bull.
No.
Bull.
As much as I would love to do something.
Penta's probably the most over mid-carder right now.
Yeah.
Bull. 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 No, it's the reason is because LA Knight did jack crap with that Intercontinental title. Jack.
And
They put it on him. They put it on him, and he did nothing with it.
I would also argue he had a pretty uneventful Rumble. I mean,
Man makes the title does not make the man. Nakamura's been great with the IC title. I'm sorry.
Kidding me? He's defended it once. And it
I-
wasn't even his fault that LA Knight lost. It was some outside interference.
yeah.
Nakamura doesn't even show
Marks.
up on SmackDown anymore.
Marks.
Stop calling me a mark.
You are a mark. You're a mark. By all means, Scotty, you are the most mark person on this show. Wait.
Shinsuke Nakamura is turning it into the Judgment Day Tag Team titles.
Judgment Day Tag Team titles.
Oh my God.
They don't appear in the ring. They just appear on outside promos.
I can guarantee you, I know Shinsuke's going to have a Royal Rumble match. Want to bet who doesn't? LA Knight.
He'll have a Slim Jim promo, though.
That's right. I'm just saying, to me, right now, Jimmy's bigger than Cody. He's bigger than Roman. His pops are better. He's got better fan interaction. Come at me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. He's the number one baby face in that company right now.
Made the nice, followed it up on Raw with a solid connection with the
The
crowd.
promo was a little lacking on Monday night.
Okay.
I'll give him that. And I don't know if it's because he got blown up from doing all the eating.
He could have.
I saw a lot of people say it was better because they just humanized him, not tried to do a promo. They tried to do
Yeah, okay. I also thought it was really funny. He goes, I don't even know what to say. The crowd just goes, yeet. He goes, besides that.
That was good.
That was hilarious. So, yeah, I mean, overall.
But with Gunther on Monday night, that was solid.
Yeah.
That was a solid
And
promo
that's, of
with
course,
Gunther.
the big question. We'll
It's got to
definitely.
be Gunther.
It's leading to Gunther, I think, for sure as well. You want to take an impromptu little break? Then
Let's take a break
talk
and come
Women's
back
Rumble?
and come back talk women's wrestle.
Okay.
That trash 2 out of 3, and then the heavyweight title. match.
Gotcha. So again, any other quick final thoughts on the men's Royal Rumble? Besides, like I said, I was not the biggest fan of the winner. I liked the presentation of the match. It's tons of star power. This was the better Royal Rumbles we've seen this past couple years.
I actually love the winner just because I don't think anyone saw it coming.
Yeah, no, I can vouch for
And
that
that
too.
to me, it wasn't Cena, it wasn't Punk, it wasn't Roman, it wasn't all those people that you thought it was going to be. It was that underdog dude.
Yeah.
So yeah,
For what it's worth, he was plus money and whatever sportsbook. you could get him
25
at.
to 1, boys and girls. 25 to 1.
Love it. Well, that was men's Rumble. When we return here, BK Dub, we're going to talk the women's Rumble and all the other matches in between from this past Royal Rumble here. Backcomer Wrestling when we return.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. The boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.
And we've been doing this the entire commercial break.
You have been.
No, I'm just kidding.
I've been hitting my vodka.
There we go. Welcome back, everyone. Bad Karma Wrestling in the building. Just got done talking about the men's Rumble. Our our arms tired, yeeting it up over here for Yeetamania.
Yeetamania.
But let's divert into the women's side of things, the women's Rumble. Let's see. Charlotte Flair, your queen, our queen, stays on top in a return. Oh man. But we should have saw the lighting. The writing
Oh, the
on
writing
wall.
was on the wall, but God bless.
Only woman with pyro, so we got to see that for some extra time.
My pick came out at 1, and I was like,
Yeah.
bleh.
Comes out with a crystallized, bedazzled knee brace. So she had the works going for her. Like I said, dropped an ugly 170 pounds, getting rid of Andrade. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Andrade. He's probably not. You know, he's well over 170 pounds. So I mean, that's just. What? It's a we're making jokes.
Don't want to comment on marital bliss
That too,
or
and
unbliss.
That too, and Andrade could just annihilate me with one of those elbows. So
Yeah.
I'm fine with that too. But overall, Women's Rumble. I'll ask you the same question. Biggest takeaways. I mean, NXT, TNA, WWE, all getting involved in this side of the Women's Rumble. You got, like I said, Alexa Bliss is back. Charlotte Flair wins. Stratus gets some love. Nikki Bella maybe making some appearances after. Oh, you can look, but you can't touch.
Wouldn't want to touch. Don't want to look.
I'll start off with actually this one. Roxanne Perez. What were your thoughts there? I actually thought she had a really good showing coming out at number 3 and staying in as long as she did.
Booker T trained wrestler, next to last to be eliminated.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, comes out at 3.
Ooh, shocker. She's getting called up in like a month.
That's good. So I mean, for a guy like myself,
But
who
she's
hasn't
all
seen,
what, 4'10"?
Yeah, I think so. I think when you make Io Sky look big, like it's a tough ask. But I for a guy like myself who doesn't get a ton of NXT,
She's called the Prodigy for a reason.
exactly right. So it was good to see
She's
her
been-
in that light.
Wrestling since she was 16, I believe.
Yeah. But like I said, I mean, my biggest takeaway might be Nia Jax now having the most eliminations in the Women's Rumble in all of
cares?
history. Yeah, I do, and you should be not so ignorant. Jordan Grace appearing. I mean, well, not appearing, but
let's just talk about that
Yes.
that Jordan Grace spot.
yeah, that was great.
Piper Niven just lifted her up like she was a sack of potatoes. Like literally. That wasn't
Great.
even.
No, that was great.
Did
That was great.
you know Piper Niven's Scottish too? There. Yeah, you did.
Potatoes.
She picked her up like a bag of hummus or a bag of haggis.
Yeah.
Listen, Jordan Grace can do whatever she wants. If she wants to start on NXT, fine. But I think if you put her on the main roster and put a belt on her within the next 2-3 months, I'd be okay with that too.
So-
she's amazing.
What were your any? So okay. Not a big fan of the Nikki Bella spot.
No.
What if I told you that this was
Made my girlfriend happy as hell, but no.
Yeah, big Total Divas fan. But what if I told you that late check-in by Nikki Bella led to Shotzi Blackheart being left in the locker room? Oh, that was Alexa Bliss's spot?
Bliss signed her contract with
Okay, gotcha.
I'm okay with Alexa taking Shotzi's spot, but not if it was Nikki Bella.
Okay. I think I'm in that same belt.
Although I love what Shotzi's doing down in NXT right now. She's with Gigi.
Does she still have her tank? I don't think she has her tank.
No, I don't believe so.
Did it get repossessed?
It might have.
Okay. Yeah, maybe she got impounded or something. They got the boot on the little
On
tank.
the boot.
But overall, like I said, this was an interesting Rumble. Not crazy exciting. Oh, I kind of overthought something too. Overall presentation. What were your thoughts on that lower third, the little ticker on the bottom?
Once I got used to it,
Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, I think so too.
It keeps you well informed, and sometimes as a Rumble watcher, you get lost in the moment, and once you see that lower third, you can be, oh, okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I kind of did grow on me a little bit. I'm not jumping for joy, like, oh, I need that all the time. But
They'll refresh it.
It was nice to see that, and like you said, you're like, oh, who's still in the ring? Okay, the lower third is going. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, he actually is still in there. Logan Paul's still in there, or Alexa Bliss is still in there, or something like that.
Roxanne Perez is still in there.
Yeah, exactly, right. I did like that, and then throughout, they would hit like, okay, she's been in there for 37 minutes and counting, 50 minutes and counting. You're like, oh, cool. So I think that was if it was like big deal, no deal, type deal. I liked it. Keep it, but as long as it's not too just distracting like that. Doesn't need to fly at you.
Nick almost just took me out with a foreign object.
Oof, that'd been crazy. But I did like that. I did like the presentation of it looked nice, and then that led to that. So, yeah, Charlotte Flair coming out.
Here's all I'm asking,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna say this right now. If this leads to Flair Stratton, I'm okay with it.
I think it is because
I don't want to see Rhea Charlotte again.
And I think it is because Flair is now on SmackDown, according to what I was told.
She's going to be on all 3.
Okay, so she's going to pop in
She's
NXT.
making her rounds, just like...
Okay. I think that it would be smart for them to throw Flair and Alexa on SmackDown. They already threw Alexa on SmackDown to have that connection with the Wyatt Six. Maybe
give Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, Uncle Howdy's shoulder. He has to get back into the groove. So maybe jumpstart that again would be nice. But there's not really a lot of women's top stars on the SmackDown side of things because they've just been throwing everyone on Raw for good reason. It's on Netflix now. But if it's only really Nia and Tiffany Stratton, it would make sense to throw Flair and Alexa Bliss on the SmackDown. And that, again, would eventually lead to Flair versus Stratton. And I didn't really like how Rhea came out on Raw, kind of like, oh, yeah, the champion should never come out there and beg for a challenger to come out there and challenge them. So I didn't really like that. I didn't like that.
I like it in the aspect of she wants to prove that this is her house now.
Yeah, I can see it from that end, but I saw, basically on hands and knees, please, Charlotte, give me a match again. I know I'm the champion, and you want what I have, but please, oh, please. No. She's going to pick Tiffany, and I think that would be the better route.
As long as Tiffany doesn't drop it to her.
She will.
Did you see the
She will.
interaction backstage after the Rumble?
No.
So they had, I think it was Kelly or Brendan interviewing both champions, and they were like, so, which title is she going to go after? And Rhea just gets up and goes, good luck, Tiff! And you can see Tiff just be like...
Nope. Yeah. Maybe.
I need a sustained Tiffy time run.
Yeah.
She's the most over woman on SmackDown.
Sounds about right.
By leaps and bounds.
Yeah. Anything else from the women's side of things?
I've been seeing a lot of people have a problem with the mass elimination of
So yeah.
many people that were in contention to win being eliminated.
She was supposed to have more eliminations than she actually did.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I had heard that in that mass elimination spot that actually a couple of people like Bianca wasn't supposed to get eliminated. There's a couple of people that went. A couple of people that got eliminated. Yeah, a couple of people that were supposed to be.
You've killed
later on.
Bianca has killed any momentum she ever had.
Yeah.
She needs to turn heel.
That could be the case.
I'm being dead serious.
Yeah, where the complete opposite. Where when we saw early on, like Penta, almost instantaneously gets eliminated, and I always thought it was funny. I think it was Monica who pointed that out. She's like, well, why are they not actually, him being eliminated? I go, because
the script doesn't call for it.
Yeah, we have like 7 more spots with him. Penta has to do his every time we did that little Zero Miedo. I think he was kind of actually planting a seed, planted with Ludwig, planted here with Braun Breaker, maybe even planted a little bit with Penta. So I think that was actually pretty solid. So I guess maybe the other big takeaway finally. Guys, pack it in. AJ Lee is not coming back. It's fun to do this every year and speculate. She's not coming back.
She's training.
She's been training for 10 years. Everyone, the dirt sheets have been saying that forever.
Yeah, AJ Lee Jr. and Roxanne Perez.
Stop!
Don't tell Punk that. He'll definitely. He loves hanging out with the NXT gals.
Freaking Mark. Roxanne Perez is the next AJ Lee.
Yeah.
That's not me. That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen
Did you see how excited he got when Logan Paul came out?
Yeah. Jumped up
Mark.
and down.
I got annoyed.
Celebrity Mark.
I got annoyed when I remembered he was 30.
Yeah. Speaking of, we have more influencers and superstars. Funny enough, okay, I'll give you some context, Scotty. My brother is 30. How old am I? I'm 20. He's going to be 33. He's 33. He had a group of his friends, same age range, all in their 30s. I texted him. I go, do you know who Kai Cenat, I Show Speed are? And then I'm like, does anybody in that room know who these guys are? And they all collectively said, no, not a clue. So that's.
I barely know who I.O. Speed is.
Yeah, I Show Speed. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you're a sane person, you only really know him from like clips of him jumping into his own setup saying a bunch of expletives.
I mean, his major fan base is sadly between the range of 11 to 16.
Yeah, so the demographic, you're trying to go for a younger audience there. So I understand why these guys are here, but again, you're missing out on the older group and the wrestling fans. Which
I
again,
enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good.
Watching Speed get his head blown off was really nice.
So yeah, I guess too many influencers. Was there enough? Or was it just right, or just not a big deal? Who cares? Type deal.
I didn't care.
Okay. So I can see the same. I know. I think influencer as opposed to like celebrity.
Oh,
maybe that's the distinguish.
Just to go back to the men's Royal Rumble real
Sure.
quick. Whoever designed Otis's new gear, stop.
Okay.
Why do you have a collar on the singlet? Why? What's the purpose of the collar on the
Trying to
singlet?
be more distinguished.
Stop. There's nothing distinguished about that fire hydrant.
And then, final thought on that men's Rumble. Again, hilarious. The start with 2 luchadors, and here comes Chad Gable. That was pretty good. Also called Charlotte Flair 27, just so you know.
Yes, he did. He did. He did.
So mad at
I wasn't mad.
No.
I gave him his props.
Yeah.
There was no mad about it. I was like, dude, unbelievable.
You gotta call
you.
it.
Walked away and you were like, I hate you, Nick.
Hey, it was I hate you, but I love you all
Yeah,
at the same time.
exactly.
You got to know the tendencies, young buck.
Absolutely.
You know what? You know what we're gonna start calling him? How do professional wrestlers demean other professional wrestlers? Know your role, kid.
There you go. Let's go ahead and hit the other 2 matches that were in
We
this.
can glance over the 2 out of 3 fall match.
Yeah, that was a bad call by me. I
That
thought
was
that was
skank.
I thought that was going to be the show stealer. It proved not to be. Obviously, both Rumbles stole.
They
the
did
show.
that whole 2 out of 3 match to get the profits over his heels.
Yeah, that okay. When you put it in that context, that's awful from top to bottom. Not really much to get into like the actual match itself. They looked good. They went through. Motor City Machine Guns went through their usual
I knew something was up
spots.
when the first two falls went really fast.
Yeah, you kind of got that sense where both we were sitting here last time. We're just like, oh, hopefully they give him like 20, 30 minutes,
40 minutes, yeah.
maybe, and then no. While it was nice to actually see the tag titles being competed for on a pay-per-view, didn't pan out at least how I wanted to at all.
Not at all.
And then finally, I mean, if we just even want to glance over into the ladder match, I think someone got hurt. I think this was supposed to go a little bit longer than it should have.
No one got hurt.
No one got okay. All right, and I guess I could be.
Well,
100%
I mean,
wrong.
they got hurt, but they didn't get
nothing
injured.
Yes, okay, that's fine.
That cradle suplex was perfectly executed. That ladder came back and slingshotted into Kevin's head, but
there was the fisherman suplex onto the ladder. That one was brutal. The power bomb before that onto the small ladder, that was brutal. And then when Kevin Owens when the ladder was like in a V.
Was it a backdrop?
Yes, it was a backdrop. My
backdrop.
apologies. It was a backdrop, not a power bomb.
Oh yeah, that one was nasty.
And then Kevin Owens landing his lower back on the ladder when it was faced like on the side. Yeah, on the top of the ladder, but it was on its side. Yeah. Some brutal spots, and we were kind of sitting
The miss
there.
spot by Cody with the ladder in the corner. He scraped it, didn't hit it. Yeah.
So we were kind of sitting there like it's simmering, it's building to some. Ultimately, is a pretty brutal spots from across the board, and then obviously the last one, Alabama Slam through the ladder. I think Kevin Owens is justified in beating up Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn should have had all the time to actually help him and do something.
Once again, I'm going to go back to what I reiterated earlier when I talked about Rhea and Charlotte.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen Sami and Kevin. Yes. Are they beautiful together when they work together? 100%.
As the kids say, it's cinema every time. Yes.
But how many times are we going to do this? No, you haven't.
You've seen it
WrestleMania?
NXT, you've seen it on the main roster already. And we've seen it, if you don't live under a rock, you've seen it in Ring of Honor 10 years prior. So Don't make that face. Don't make that
Here's what I'm saying. What can they do different than what they've already done?
That's true.
Now, if they're going to do a street fight, that could make it worse, and that could make it brutal. Now, granted, I'm going to say this, and a lot of people are going to poo-poo all over it, and I don't care. Come at me. I'm not scared. Sami Zayn will win the 2026 Royal Rumble.
Oh, we're calling our shot now?
I'm calling it
Holy
right
crow.
now.
February. Already making Royal Rumble 2026 previews.
As long as he's not injured.
Yeah, okay.
As long as he's not injured.
Boys, we'll make a mark. We'll make a little star next to this episode. We're gonna have to go back.
Sami Zayn.
That's fair.
Here's my thing about, and this leads to my whole explanation, Frankie. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Sami has the deepest connection with the WWE universe of any superstar. They ride and die with him.
Yeah.
So they're playing the long story with Sami, and I like that. But is Kevin Owens that right opponent to continue that story?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I do love that image. That was probably a very underrated little spot where, Cody's celebrating. You get the shot of Kevin really banged up. I really love that shot just in terms of, like, optics. And then, I had another thought. Yeah. That was really nice too. Yeah, I did love the one post. He goes, my buddy that doesn't watch wrestling wanted me to explain why this is so cool. I go, sorry, years of lore. I can't do it just in one sitting.
Too much backstory.
Absolutely.
By the way, apparently, Kevin Owens is getting a lot of praise.
He was the general of that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. There is a reason Kevin has been signed to WWE. Everybody there, he may never hold a world title again, but he is regarded as one of the best minds in that company.
Yeah.
Why else does he get matches with, I don't know, Stone Cold Steve Austin?
I think they were really fixated on that small little ladder for a majority of the match, but other than that, it was
I wanted
nice.
him to do a frog splash off of it.
Yeah,
really
that would've
bad.
been good.
Really
That
bad.
would've been
I
good.
wanted to do like a mini frog splash off of it, and
That'd have
I
been
would have laughed
hilarious.
my ass off.
I get just to actually maybe piggyback onto the question that you threw out there, like how could you change the idea of Sami versus Kevin? It would probably be the only way that they haven't done it, and it would have to be Sami turning on Kevin. But as of right now, obviously that would make zero sense at all.
Exactly.
Okay, so just sure, yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That's not horrible.
Confuse those Canadians, yeah.
That's not horrible, Scotty.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Very true.
That is not bad.
Yeah, no. We have to definitely sit there and make some speculations. Before we finish, that basically it with Royal Rumble.
We're good.
Any other results from NXT, SmackDown, Raw? I know Fandango.
What the hell is going on with Lexis King's face?
Fandango came out and said it. You just painted it on this board.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
yeah, by
crazy.
the way, what a pop for Fandango. Great. And kudos to Corey for showing up to work.
Yes.
He's obviously very pissed off, but he probably got told he'd be in breach of contract if he didn't show up.
Probably. I think so.
And, he's got a baby to
Yeah.
feed.
You can't.
And I'm not talking about the actual baby.
Not everybody can do the Jimmy Butler way of, crying and then eventually getting traded and, earning your stuff through
Shots
complaints.
at Jimmy Butler.
Good.
Didn't have that one on my bingo card
Yeah.
for Bad Karma Wrestling.
Yeah, no, we'll do what we got to do. But overall, yeah, I think the Fandango, return not a return, but the appearance on NXT, huge pop. That was
There
probably
was
the biggest thing of
also
the week.
another reunion over the weekend. that
Sure.
we're gonna have to talk about.
Oh, is it not?
It's not in WWE, so
Okay.
we'll do it in a bit.
Final thing, really quick. I saw Josh Alexander was thought of potentially making an NXT appearance, but that was scrapped a while ago. So we'll see if that.
I'd love to see Eric Young back in NXT.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Just saying.
So with that being said, Women's Rumble, Men's Rumble, Royal Rumble in general, the road to WrestleMania has officially begun. We all know that because everyone's pointing at that sign. So everybody else, go home, point at the sign. We'll be talking AEW when we return here on BK Dub.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
We're back, everybody. Welcome back. Bad Karma Wrestling in the building. Royal Rumble in the wraps. Like I said, Road to WrestleMania has begun. I think we're gonna have to get some sort of some sort of sign to point at in here. I don't know.
For WrestleMania?
Yeah, just have an obnoxiously huge WrestleMania sign. Yeah,
Copyrighted, dude. Can't do it.
yeah. We'll have something. We'll make a BKW sign or something. But we're talking a little bit of AEW here.
Bad Karma Mania.
Okay, that's better. That's not as bad as I thought it was gonna go. Bad Karma Mania. But here we are. Like I said, let's talk a little AEW right quick. I got some. Well, let me stop me if you heard this one before. Some wrestling fans are upset. Fans thought this was a rug pull, having the Grand Slam Australia. They thought it was a pay-per-view. Was never marketed as a pay-per-view.
Do you not watch AEW? Grand Slam's never a pay-per-view.
Well, I would, jokingly, yes, a lot of people do not watch AEW. But I think it's also because, again, this was just not planned to be a pay-per-view.
Can we just talk about Timeless Tony Storm?
Yes, we can.
Hi, sweetheart.
It got to the point where I saw the clips online and I came
Of
home.
her doing Mariah May?
Came home. I knew the AEW was on the DVR, and I said to myself, gonna have to wait until the gal is in bed for this one. Gonna have to wait until I'm all by myself, because there's no way I'm not hearing, what, who's that? Why are you so intrigued there? I'm not dealing with that. Not dealing with that. So that was
looked good, didn't she? She looked good.
Yeah. My favorite one was probably just a picture of her, and then some guy goes, that's how I want my milkshake. Yes. So
Juice Robinson, you are a lucky man.
Oh, that's true. My goodness. No matter, yeah, he's been on the shelf, and I think it's probably why. Maybe it's someone with his pelvis hurting him.
It's his shoulder.
Oh, there you go. I do. Obviously, I hope he's back. I love what they're doing with Jay White and the return of the Guns. How about that? But like I said, this guy.
This guy. You're really going to throw a mid-level tag team at the Hurt Syndicate?
Well, here's the thing. We'll kind of getting off track, but I like that they're kind of, skipping the steps of like 3-4 weeks of like just beating up no-name tag teams to lead to an inevitable loss. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off, give them a good match, and have them lose right then and there.
All right.
So
I'll give it to you there.
There you go.
All right.
So I do like that setup, and eventually that's when Juice Robinson does get healthy, that'll lead to the Bang Bang Gang all back together. I cannot hold on to this pen, so I'm just gonna go leave it there. No, no. Leave it there. It stays there.
It's dead to you.
It stays there. Because I'll keep messing with it. So overall, like I said, fans get together and just enjoy a nice show from Down
Great
Under.
show. Screw that. A great show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great show from the Down Under.
Although it's on right after All-Star Weekend.
Oh, for
the NBA.
Oh, it's okay. No one watches the All-Star game anymore.
No, it's not the game.
Oh,
it's like after the dunk contest and all that stuff.
Oh, it'll be on like Saturday night, stuff like. Oh, okay, all right. It's a tough one, that's for sure. But this one was fun. We were talking about this right in between the commercial break.
This is gonna be good if it's real.
Elijah, formerly.
If done right.
Well, it is real. Like they have the vignette, they have the promo already posted online. Elijah, formerly known as Elias, appears in the Righteous video. And then I think this is gonna be a really nice faction. So I would throw it out to you. Is this the perfect grouping that we were waiting to see?
You want me to be honest about it? I think Elijah, aka Elias, works in AEW and may work better than he worked in WWE.
Okay.
Because
expand.
I don't think he ever got the shot to show how good of a wrestler he truly is, and he's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah. And they gave, obviously the gimmick was playing guitar, be more, having more of a show. He's out there having a concert. Saw him perform at the United Center, technically, because they had a house show and they gave him like 10 minutes to play. So he technically had a concert at the United Center. But overall, I think you are right where that mindset. I love this Righteous tag team already. Throwing him in there, that creative mindset can be fantastic. If you saw later on, it was a very a religious type thing because you're bringing the whoever it was, this like just made up person gets dunked into the water, gets baptized, and then they're part of the Righteous now. So they're starting to, as soon as it gets out of the water,
which is funny because he is a born again Christian.
Yeah. So if you start seeing a lot of people doing this now, that's what that's all about. They're back. They're the Righteous. So I think it's a great pairing. Obviously, wait and see. Let's let it build up and simmer a little bit. There'll probably be Ring of Honor, still in that Ring of Honor realm, but they can make a run for that, the trios tag titles and still make a run there. So let's go through some more interesting shows just in AEW in general. I really like this idea. AEW and Ring of Honor, they're combining for a lucha libre show with all these CMLL guys, I believe, for the most part.
Nice.
Booking it in Houston, that's a really good part there. Obviously having the background, the history of lucha libre having in the South, in Texas, and everything like that. So really nice spot there. I don't think it's not going to do crazy numbers. I'm not jumping. I'm not going to. Oh my God! Let me put all this aside so I can go watch this event. But I think it's a really nice just change of pace. They're doing something different.
It should be interesting. Lucha Libre is getting a little bit more popular in the States, so yeah.
Yeah,
it's
and
a good
again,
move.
it won't get the same traction. Obviously, it'll be a different style, so it's gonna scare people. It's gonna scare people to why is he not selling? Why are they not talking for 15 minutes and doing soap operas? It's just gonna be for the love of wrestling. So hopefully people can sit down and enjoy. Really quickly on MJF, just to check in, see how the boy's doing. What to do with MJF as of right now? TK, from what I understand, may have pulled the Jeff Jarrett little storyline, but in comes Dustin Rhodes, and also an interaction with Hangman Adam Page. So a couple of different routes MJF can go.
And Chris Daniels.
Yes, that was interesting too. But he's been since retired from in-ring competition. But what do you think they should go do with MJF? I really love the Dustin Rhodes promo.
I think he should beat the crap out of every elder wrestler in AEW.
Okay. He did take a stab at that. He said this is not all elderly wrestling. So I think that could be the route. That's a really nice almost
ridding AEW of the guys that have names that have come back to AEW.
Gotcha. So almost like a really early Randy Orton Legends Killer.
Yeah, kind of
gimmick.
the Legends Killer kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that route. I really, really loved the promo that he had with Dustin in the ring. He goes, so it took you 30-plus years to get out of the shadow of your dad's shadow. Now you're in the shadow of your little baby brother. And then as soon as it just pops him. So I thought it was great.
I just have one thing to say to Dustin. Stop yelling, dude. Stop yelling. It's not 1990.
That's fair.
Not everybody has to talk like this anymore.
Also, if you're going to paint your face and only paint half of it, do the promo on the other end where we could see your painted face. I thought that was just, obviously you could see it in the image. You could see the image right there. You're like, oh, okay, cool. He turns, you only got the one hand, and then like I forgot what reason he like turned around, and then he's like, oh, okay, all right, surprise, surprise. You're gonna put that effort in. Talk on the side that you have all that stuff. I mean, you look like Venom for a reason. I don't know. That was just dumb squirrel brain for me. Yes, hopefully we can figure out something with MJF and make it established. But some people are really throwing that out that he's getting stale. That's the word associated with MJF right now.
How many times are you gonna like call people idiots and morons and stupid and I'm better than you and you know it? Like his character got really hot when he started to evolve into this dude who actually had a best friend.
Yeah.
They've completely killed the Adam Cole angle.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know there. I do like the route that they're going with Adam Cole, finally pairing him up again with Roderick Strong and Kyle
Hopefully
O'Reilly.
They can beat that.
So I think that those three are finally all healthy together as well. So I think that's a really good route too, but we'll see how it goes. Finally, just for funsies, I have from Newsweek, this was published yesterday, AEW boss Tony Khan thinks Timothy Chalamet should be a pro wrestler. I didn't really deep dive in too much on why and what reasoning he put, but do we need any more celebrities? Do we need another Bad Bunny type thing? What's up with these celebrities?
Listen, if you're going to go celebrities, why not do Tom Hardy?
Okay.
How about the kid that plays Spider-Man, Holland?
Yeah.
Tom Holland. Yeah.
Okay.
Athletic is all hell.
I forgot who said it, but I couldn't agree with it anymore. Someone goes, athletes want to be musicians and musicians want to be athletes type deal. So I can kind of see where,
athletes want to be professional wrestlers. Professional wrestlers used to be athletes.
Oh, that's true. There you go.
And I'm not calling professional wrestlers not athletes.
No, I was trying to like take a quick glance shot at somebody, but I couldn't think of a name like that, to be honest. Everyone's working their tail off. Oh my goodness.
Did I?
He's an ambassador.
He's a good dude. He's a solid dude.
Exactly.
Horrible
Any
wrestler.
other final thoughts on the AEW
No,
because
because we got to get to Scotty's World.
Yes, we do. We sure do. So stick around. Bear with us. AEW in the books. Royal Rumble in the books. Let's enter Scotty's World for a little bit here on Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh. Shh. Hey, sir, go f yourself. You're fired! I still get beer.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
Gleep glorp. Welcome to Scotty's World. I'm sorry. Bad Karma Wrestling.
No, we should just have a song that goes, I'm a Mark. I'm a Mark who watched Suits. It's horrible. I'm a Mark. Dun, 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 dun. Scotty's World.
Are you a celebrity? Put a title on you. Dun, 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 dun. Remix. Break it down now. Everybody, say it. Say the words. Come on. Everyone knows
Scotty's
the
a
lyrics.
Mark.
Scotty's a Mark.
Did-it-it-it. Scotty's a Mark. Did-it-it-it. What are your questions, Scotty?
Scotty's World. Yep. So we got them all right here, right in front of us. Scotty's been gathering some questions and wanted to pick our brains for today. First one right here. What is the Jericho Cruise? What is the significance? Why did it go so viral?
I will take this one.
Go for it.
The Jericho Cruise is a cruise ship where professional wrestling happens, and wrestling fans can take that cruise and intermingle with the professional wrestlers, shake their hands, drink with them, hang out, have a good time. It's pretty damn cool, and it's on my bucket list of things that I want to do.
Yeah. I think this was the fifth or sixth
I think this is the fifth.
Yeah. So
Fifth one?
It's wrestling, it's
Concert,
rock music,
comedians. Brad
yeah.
Williams was there. Your brother, Tyler. Yeah, your brother.
That's the usual
Tyler.
go-to. Obviously, Fozzy performs. They got another couple like low-key underground rock bands, stuff like that. But then, it looked like Will Ospreay was having a blast. He was hammered, just going out there with his flip-flops, having a match.
He got to chop a dude, and I literally saw the dude's soul leave his body.
Yeah, and like you said, the meet and greets. I saw Real One, aka Enzo, come out there. For what it's worth, if it's genuine or not, he still came out and said, "That's your Jericho Cruise. I ain't leaving until I shake everyone's hand here." And everyone goes, "Whoa!" So
I think that was real, because guess what?
I think so too.
You want to know why it went viral? That's the reason, because Enzo and Big Bill reunited in the ring. It is one of those things that everybody wants.
Yes.
WWE, which now, looking back on it, looks even worse. WWE let him go because he was accused of assault. And didn't even ask him what his side of the story, just said, "You're gone." Good job there, Vince McMahon, huh?
I think
Idiot.
it would.
How many cases does Vince have on him right now? Yeah.
Why? I think he was dumped for that reason. I think there was some other backstage heat. He
was not well liked.
Exactly. I think that was the okay. Finally, we have a reason to let him go. Let's get him out of here. I think that was probably the case there.
But just like Big Bill, who got let go for substance alcohol.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, and other things. Big Bill has turned his life around. He's a recovering alcoholic. Doesn't touch the stuff anymore. Looks 20 times better than he ever did in WWE.
Yeah.
I think Enzo getting fired was probably the best thing to ever happen to Enzo, because he could go out and do his own thing, and he's learned the business now.
Yeah. He's getting he gets booked on the indies pretty frequently, so it's not.
Why not, dude?
Yeah.
Because he is. Listen,
He's a good
I will
promo
say
still.
this. I will say this till I'm blue in the face. Enzo Amore, average wrestler, best promo guy in the business right now.
Yeah. And you can throw that
Bar none.
Throw that argument that Joey Janela and the other guys do too, like, oh, he writes his stuff down. Who cares? If it works that way, he's able to still put it to memory. If you had to write, fine. He's still what would be the word? He establishes it. He actually executes the promo better than even if it wasn't written down.
Let's be very real. If you don't think Triple H doesn't have his eyes on Big Bill and Enzo reuniting in WWE, you're heavily mistaken. Those were H boys right there.
Yeah, that's true.
Those were Triple H guys right there. And just to you, I'm gonna look this one right in the camera. Hey, Simon Gotch, how's your indie career going compared to Enzo's?
Simon Gotch, how you doing? That is very good shoot promo still, but you are exactly right. Like, where is Simon Gotch? Who knows? Not a clue.
He was in TNA for a cup of coffee.
I think so.
And then left.
And well, we know where his partner's at. He's doing just fine. That's
probably why he was in TNA for a cup of coffee, because Drama King was like, "Come to TNA."
Yeah, probably. Hey, I gotta. Someone owes me a favor. I can get you.
That's why they went viral over the weekend.
Yeah.
Because every professional wrestling fan in the business wants to see that happen again.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's fun.
And if they came back to WWE, immediately to the top of the ladder, immediately.
This one's a good one, and I don't really know the how it started, how it all began. How did WWE sign culture begin? Actually, bringing signs, old shows like that.
I've been telling Nick, and me and Nick do it here too. We go back and we watch a lot of older stuff. There's just some episodes of Raw where there's literally just more.
It's as if there was an arts and crafts fair outside.
I lived through this.
Yes.
I think it started, honest to God, as much as I hate to give it credit where credit's due, I think it started at College Game Day and kind of just blew up from there.
Was College Game Day doing that early with signs and
College
stuff?
Game Day are the originators of the sign.
And I remember I think it was posted like this year. It's like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I brought the first sign to College Game Day.
The originator of the signage is College Game Day, so you got to give them credit where credit's due. And I think Vince, being Vince, saw that and was like, "Ooh, we should let our audience bring in signs that say stuff."
It's a really good question, honestly. I never really thought of like who.
That would be my guess.
Who originated it? Why it came to be like that?
Yeah, there's no real original thought process.
I would love to know.
Watching Royal Rumble, and me and Nick are just sitting there reading signs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You were reading signs more than Nick was. You were all about, once again, marking out for signs.
CM Unk.
Because I watch European soccer, all they do is chant, and they don't really have signs. So like I'm seeing that, I like the fan interaction.
Oh, we know what European crowds do.
CM Unk, that one was a good sign. The Sopranos season 3 episode 7 and the timestamp was really funny. It took.
Larry for
That one was fine.
There's a lot of good ones.
I really want to know like what was the downfall. Like you see those old 90, like those 99, 98 like pictures where it's just literally you can't see faces, it's just all posters.
Yeah.
I want to know when was like the downtrend, when did we stop seeing it? And it maybe I've seen maybe the idea
it's upticked again because Triple H. Why do you think
it's been encouraged?
Why do you think it kind of went away for a while?
I think
Could give you a couple guesses.
Signs were being taken away, from my understanding.
Vince McMahon had people out there actually pre-reading signs that were being brought in to make sure that they were okay.
Yeah. I have a couple that I have people that I know that have had their signs confiscated.
Triple H gives zero craps if anybody does AEW signs or anything like that.
Someone had an AEW title around their on their arm for the thing. So I mean, again, it's just small. It's just little things like that where they're not too worried about silly stuff. So that seems pretty fine. I was like that. That's a good question. I always thought of this too. It's just like who was like the originator of like what was the first music theme? Like who started music From what I understand, I think they gave the credit to Gorgeous George, but I've also heard that the Fabulous Freebirds were one of the first
I want to say Dusty.
Yeah,
Dusty had a really good one back in the day. It might have been I think the Freebirds made it a mainstay of their entrance.
Because it was during.
I think that's where everybody goes. It was the Freebirds. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with. Bad Street USA is still a banger to this day.
For sure. Next up, what do we got right here?
Atlanta, GA.
So, according to Adam Pearce on Raw, the transfer window is apparently closed. It's been very mysterious, not really out there as much. They kind of just kept it kind of taboo on Raw and SmackDown. Would you like to see that over the draft, or what would you change to the draft and transfer window?
I kind of like the transfer window. Not gonna lie.
I think it's it
The
finally
draft
puts a name on something that we never established. Just the idea of they're just jumping from show to show. Now they have he's jumping from show to show because he's going through the transfer portal
Because he's getting recruited.
Yeah, exactly.
For me, the draft has gotten more and more ridiculous every year it's been done. It used to be, hey, if this Raw guy beats this SmackDown guy, Raw gets the first overall pick kind of thing. And that was cool because it led to John Cena coming in and stuff like that. Now through the transfer window, I love it because now you can have these GMs, whoever they may be moving forward, start talking to people when they know it's about to happen and just kind of, hey, give me a call.
I'm kind of still on that side of they're trying to establish, okay, she's on Raw, she's on SmackDown. He's on Raw, he's on SmackDown. I still don't really see it that way just because, again, it is established, but I'm also just under the idea, okay, he's just a WWE guy. It's just...
Well, let's not get it twisted as well. During the Major Four, everything's open. People go to Raw and SmackDown all the time.
Exactly.
So
it's almost like, when Whose Line Is It Anyways, the points don't matter, the draft doesn't matter, the transfer portal doesn't matter because we're all just going to have a match anyway, so.
I'd like it to be a little more stealthy. I'd like the GMs to get a little bit more involved with it, sneaking cards to NXT, going down to NXT and just being in the crowd, sitting there, and everybody's like, "Well, what's he doing here?"
Yeah, that could be the case. Or
stuff like that.
Or do you establish a scout? Do you establish a scout character, maybe Jordan?
Jason Jordan.
Jason Jordan is just walking up.
Kenny Dykstra.
Yeah, exactly. Jamie, why is Jamie Noble here? Who's he scouting? Who's he watching tonight? We'll find out. I don't know, something like that.
I'll say this much. I would love that. By the way, WWE, my name's David Double D Dykstra. That's Nick No Gimmicks Johnston.
Yeah.
Anytime you want us to come and write for you, let us know.
Exactly right. I can follow us at BKDub.
There you go.
Question for the boys and Frankie. So, Frankie, feel free to get involved in this one. When you go to a live event like Dynamite, a PLE, SmackDown, Raw, etc., when you're in person, Sky's asking, do you go back and watch the show for any replays, or you just kind of just let it simmer and just kind of remember where you
100% I go back and watch.
Yeah.
Because you're not getting the commentary when you're there live. And the commentary can actually make a match that you didn't think was good be that much better.
Exactly. Because they're putting over something you may have missed in person. Maybe you missed a spot. Because, just rewatching just for recency, if you rewatch, the Swerve and Ricochet match, and you're like, oh, wow, how did Swerve just get hurt right there? Oh, because popped him really quick in the low blow, that ended the matchup.
Right in as Taz, by the way, Taz has the best. Yam bags.
I know
best crotch call in the business.
It's in our low blow intro.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you.
But overall, okay. For two reasons. For that reason, and then selfishly, I try and see if I can find myself.
I never do because I'm always in the crap seats.
Ah, okay.
I've heard a lot of people say I don't go back and watch it because I want to remember being there watching it.
That's fair.
You can remember.
The replay would ruin my experience.
That's BS.
I've heard that up.
That's BS.
Yeah, that's
such.
It's a little
Tyler,
drama queen.
You
action.
enjoyed our time when I took you to your first AEW event, correct?
Yeah, great.
If
That's
I
all
told
out,
you,
right?
I think it was all out.
Yeah.
If I told you, hey, let's go watch it, you'd probably go watch it just to reminisce, right? Yeah. You just want to hear. You just want to hear the meat chants again.
Yeah. Exactly.
Why? You need to at least go watch the Kevin Owens, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and Kevin was driven by that commentary.
Yeah, definitely was. No,
I did Sunday morning.
I honestly was thinking about. I did catch a lot of just rewatching like highlights and like those the condensed versions of some stuff. But yeah, I just really wanted to go back and recap this Royal Rumble. It was pretty solid. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it takes away if you rewatch at any sort of way. So it's pretty solid. I mean, overall, the best way to experience wrestling is going to a show. I'll always say that. So whether that's a big show like Raw, AEW, SmackDown,
When
whatever
the
it may
first
be.
PLE comes to Chicago this year, we'll take you, Scotty.
That
No.
I want to take you to one of the indie shows that I go to. I think we.
I sent you on Instagram Windy City Riot's coming back.
Yeah, that's not an indie show.
Where are they doing Windy City Riot? Since they're not
Wintrust.
doing. Really?
Yeah, I think they've been stuck at the Wintrust these past few years.
They were at the Palladium right before the Palladium went out of business.
The Odeum. Yeah,
Or the Odeum. Sorry,
Yeah, that was
the Odeum.
great. Such a great venue for that.
Dude, I had
God.
such ECW flashbacks walking into that thing.
Because they used to do those shows there.
ECW was strictly Odeum.
Yeah, that's God.
I was working.
Working there. Yeah.
I was working security. First Windy City Riot.
Funny enough, I hadn't been to the Odeum since I was like a kid, and that wasn't even for like a show; it was for a flea market. So, just the range the Odeum had.
Well, we may have an opportunity to take him to an independent show. We'll find out after David has talks today.
Yeah, exactly right. But I do. If there's ever a Friday that we're free, we don't have a game to go to, I want to take you to CSW. It's really close by. Well, it's close by me. Might be a little out of the way for you, but should be good.
Where do they always have theirs?
They have it at the. It's an American Legion Hall on Pacific Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's all right. It's good. It's good.
It's good.
Any other final thoughts while we're getting out of your world there, Scotty guy? Any other final thoughts from you there, David?
I've now deemed Frankie a mark as well.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Mark.
I'm not a mark. I just love WWE.
Wait a minute. Frankie.
Frankie drone has never said that before.
What's your top 5 tag teams of all time again, Frankie? Mark.
You revolutionized your generation. Generation X. So you should be grateful those guys when they suck.
Oh, that's so hilarious. Oh, God.
Those guys revolutionized your old generation.
They had people in high schools getting kicked out because they were going, suck it.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Nia Jax.
It's my gal. There you go. There we go.
I'm not a mark. DX is the best tag team of all time. Oxymoron. And then NWO.
Yeah.
Not a mark at all. Not at all. Nope, not.
Well, we love it here, everybody. Bad Karma Wrestling. I think that's about a good way to end this. Put this in the bag.
Behind the scene marks.
Yeah, I think so. We'll get it.
I think we might have a separate thing.
I think you should.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be easier. We just gotta get it. We can get a mic and get an XLR connected to you. Exactly. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, Bad Karma Wrestling in the books. We'll be back next week talking AEW, talking WWE, and everything else in between. We love yous. We'll see yous from the boys back there and over here. We love yous. We'll see yous. Bye-bye.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.